title, The Smile That Changed Everything. He smiled, and my world changed forever. I was never the kind of person who believed in destiny. Logic ruled my life like a tyrant, and I wore skepticism like armor. But all it took was one smile, his smile, to undo everything I thought I knew about love, about fate, and about myself. It happened in the most ordinary place imaginable, a subway car in New York City. It was late November, and the air had that metallic chill that makes you want to disappear into your coat. I was on my way to a job interview that I didn't care much about, nursing a lukewarm coffee and rehearsing my lines. That's when he boarded the train. He wasn't loud, he didn't draw attention. But somehow, I looked up just as he walked in. He stood across from me, holding the metal bar, dressed in a navy pea coat and a scarf that looked older than time. His eyes were soft but unreadable, the kind of eyes that have seen too much. And then he smiled. It wasn't for me, or at least it didn't seem to be. It was like he smiled at the air itself, as though he saw something beautiful in the mundane. But the moment he did, something inside me cracked a gentle shattering, like ice under sunlight. For the first time in years, I felt warm. That smile stayed with me. For days, I couldn't shake it off. I began to take the same train at the same time, hoping to see him again. It wasn't love yet, it was curiosity, an ache, a question waiting to be answered. He didn't come back. 3 weeks passed. Then one morning, just as I had started to give up, there he was. Same train, same smile. This time, I smiled back. He noticed and walked over. "Morning," he said, his voice like honey over gravel. "Mind if I sit?" We talked for the entire train ride. His name was Aris. He was a freelance cartographer. Yes, people still do that and traveled often, which explained his long absence. There was something otherworldly about him, something timeless. That conversation turned into coffee into long walks through the city, walks into nights under the stars, wrapped in conversation and the kind of silences that felt sacred. I fell in love with him quietly, like snow piling on a windowsill. But Aris was not from here. Not really. It started with the stories he told of cities that didn't exist, maps with places no one had heard of, languages that weren't catalogued anywhere. At first, I thought he was just eccentric. Then he started disappearing for days without warning. One night, under the Brooklyn Bridge, I confronted him. "You're not telling me everything." He looked at me for a long time, then nodded. "I'm not." And so, he told me the truth. He was not from this world. Not in the metaphorical sense. He came from a parallel version of Earth, one where time moved differently, where emotions had weight, where the world was stitched together with memory rather than matter. He had been traveling between realities, searching for someone, me. In every version of Earth you exist, he said, voice trembling. But this is the only one where you smiled back. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry, but I believed him. Because in my bones, I had always known I didn't quite fit here either. Our love became a rebellion against physics. We built a life in fragments, stolen days, hours when our worlds aligned. But the universe is not kind to those who try to cheat it. With each visit, Aris became more unstable, his form flickering, his presence warping. Reality rejected him like a virus. There's a choice, he said one night, barely visible under the moonlight. I can anchor here, stay, but the cost, what is it? You'll forget me. The world will rewrite itself. You'll live a normal, happy life, just without me. The other option was worse. He would leave, and I would remember everything. I chose pain. I chose memory. And so he left. I never saw him again, but I remember every detail, every story, every smile. Years passed. I built a life not normal, but full. I became a writer. My first book was about a map maker who traveled through time and love. People said it was fiction. I never corrected them. Then one day, at a book signing, a young man handed me a worn map. From someone who never forgot your smile, he said. The map led to a bench in Central Park. On it, carved into the wood, your smile changed everything. And beneath it, a new carving appeared, shimmering faintly. So did yours. Moral of the story: love doesn't always obey the rules of logic or time. Sometimes the most profound connections come from beyond reason, from beyond worlds. And when two souls truly recognize each other, even the universe has to pause, if only for a moment, to let them meet. I hope you like this video. My friends, don't forget, like and subscribe, comment me. Thank you.